He saw the rich girl panicking with a flat tire and pulled over to help, even though it meant missing the job interview he desperately needed. What he never expected was that this one act of kindness would change his family's future forever. Before you keep watching, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and tell me in the comments where you're watching from. No. This can't be happening right now. Madison slammed the steering wheel over and over, taking deep breaths to keep the frustration from exploding. The unmistakable hiss and thud of a completely blown tire had just ruined her mad dash across Los Angeles. The board presentation that could make or break her career was starting in less than 30 minutes. She grabbed her phone and speed-dialed roadside assistance. "What do you mean 2 hours? There's no way you can get here sooner." She ran a hand through her hair, trying to keep the panic out of her voice. "I understand. Thank you." She hung up, closed her eyes for a second, and tried to think. The entire presentation was saved on her laptop. Her father, the CEO of Apex United, had been waiting months for this moment. The chance for Madison to finally prove she was ready to take over the family empire. "The successor he never thought I could be," she muttered to herself, glancing in the rearview mirror at the traffic piling up on the 405 freeway, a few dozen yards behind her. Ryan was watching the whole scene from his beat-up old Ford. He noticed the woman in the sleek black Mercedes, clearly stressed, tire completely flat. His first instinct was to keep driving. The dashboard clock showed he had barely 40 minutes to cross the city for the interview he needed so badly. "Daddy's gonna get that job today, I know it." His 6-year-old son's words from that morning still rang in his ears. The boy had drawn him a good luck charm, a stick-figure man in a suit standing in front of a huge skyscraper. The drawing was folded in Ryan's shirt pocket, right over his heart. Ryan looked at the stranded car again, sighed, checked the clock one last time, and pulled onto the shoulder a few yards ahead of the Mercedes. He killed the engine and sat there for a moment. "If I stop, I'll probably miss the interview," he thought. "But if I just drive by?" The image of his 3 kids waiting at home flashed in his mind. Ever since he became a widower 2 years ago, every decision revolved around them. The pantry was almost empty. He needed this job. Still, he opened the door and walked toward the woman. "Need a hand?" he asked, approaching carefully so he wouldn't scare her. Madison turned, relief and suspicion mixed in her eyes. "My tire blew out and I don't know how to change it. Roadside says at least 2 hours. I can swap it for you. I've got experience," Ryan offered, already eyeing the damage. "You do that?" Madison asked, genuinely shocked. "No problem. Tools are in my trunk." While Ryan went back for the jack and lug wrench, Madison slid into her car and called her assistant. "Sarah, I'm not going to make it on time," she said, watching the stranger in her rearview mirror. "What do you mean you're not presenting? Your dad is going to lose it. I've got a flat on the 405. Some guy is changing it for me right now. A total stranger? Are you sure that's safe? He seems fine. Just push the meeting if you can. Otherwise, have Mark present the prelim numbers. Your dad's already here asking for you," Madison sighed. "Tell him it's an emergency. I'll be there as soon as I can." She hung up and watched the man work hard under the brutal California sun. Sweat was already pouring down his face as he jacked up the car. His hands were strong and skilled. He clearly knew what he was doing. "Can I ask where you were headed in such a hurry?" Madison asked, stepping out and offering him a cold bottle of water from her glove box. Ryan took it gratefully. "Job interview downtown," he checked his watch and grimaced. "Less than 30 minutes from now, other side of the city. And you still stopped to help me?" Madison asked, truly stunned. Ryan shrugged while tightening the last lug nut. "My dad always said, 'Do unto others as you'd want them to do unto you.'" He gave a small smile. "Besides, it didn't feel right to just drive past someone in trouble." "You're probably going to miss your interview," Madison said, guilt hitting her. "Probably," he agreed without stopping work. "But there'll be others." "You sure?" It sounded important. "It is," Ryan confirmed, lowering the car. "Been out of work for months. The factory I managed shut down overnight. Not easy finding something new in my field." Madison watched him while absorbing his words. And your family? You mentioned your dad. He passed years ago. Ryan answered softly. Got 3 kids waiting at home. Youngest is 6. And my mom, he hesitated. She needs special care. Meds are expensive. And without steady work, it's been rough. Madison felt something tighten in her chest. While she was stressing about a presentation and her father's approval, this man was fighting real battles, feeding his kids, caring for his sick mom, and he still stopped to help her. Done, Ryan announced, tightening the final bolt. Spares on. Don't drive too long on it, but it'll get you there safe. I don't know how to thank you, Madison said, truly touched. No need, Ryan replied, packing the tools. Just watch for that pothole up ahead. Probably what got you. Madison pulled a business card from her purse. Please take my card. I want to repay the favor somehow. Ryan took it, and his eyes went wide when he read the company name. Wait, you work at Apex United? I'm the executive director, she said, noticing his shock. Where were you headed in such a hurry? I had an interview. At your company, he answered, stunned. Logistics manager position. Madison's eyes lit up. She grabbed her phone and dialed. Sarah, the logistics manager interviews are today, right? Listen, the candidate from 11H is going to be late for a very good reason. Reschedule him, please. She hung up and looked at Ryan, who still couldn't believe it. Full name, Ryan Thompson. Madison scrolled on her phone. Here it is. Your resume crossed my desk last week. Impressive track record at Continental Construction. Worked there 5 years before they shut down, Ryan confirmed. Can I give you a ride to the office? Madison offered. Least I can do since I'm the reason you're late. Ryan hesitated. I don't want to hold you up more. Actually, you'd be doing me a favor. I need to get there fast. In the Apex United building downtown, Madison's father, Richard, paced the boardroom impatiently. Where's my daughter? The presentation was supposed to start 20 minutes ago. Sir, she had an emergency, Sarah explained nervously. Asked us to delay. Emergency, Richard huffed. There's always an emergency when it's time for real responsibility. How can I trust her with the future of this company? In Madison's car, conversation flowed surprisingly easy. So you rolled out the system that cut Continental's logistics costs 30%? Madison asked, impressed. Yes, ma'am. Redesigned the entire supply chain. Team effort, but I led the project. We're facing the same issues at Apex. Logistics costs are killing our margins. I know, Ryan said before realizing he'd spoken. I studied the market before the interview. Your company lost 3% market share last quarter. Mostly to Vanguard, who's using the exact system I built at Continental. Madison glanced at him with new interest. You did your homework. When you've got 3 mouths to feed and a sick mom to care for, you don't leave anything to chance, Ryan said with a light smile. But Madison caught the weight behind IAS. They approached the towering Apex United headquarters in Century City. Madison made a snap decision. Come with me. I want you to meet my dad before your interview. Ryan nervously straightened his tie. Your dad, the CEO? I'm not exactly dressed for. Trust me, Madison said, parking in her reserved spot. Sometimes the best opportunities come when you least expect them. They walked through the marble lobby together, drawing curious stares. Madison in her perfect power suit next to a man with a slightly wrinkled shirt and sweat still drying on his face. Sarah ran up, panic in her eyes. Your dad is furious, the meeting. Change of plans, Sarah. Madison cut in calmly. Where is he? Main boardroom with the entire executive team. Madison turned to Ryan. You ready? No, he answered honestly. But let's do it. They walked down the long hallway to the massive wooden doors. Ryan felt the weight of his sons drawing in his pocket. Daddy's gonna get that job today, the little boy had said with total kid confidence. Maybe he was right after all.